Before accessing Sfacplt and manipulating your rules that you have on the form, I want to make sure that you understand how the rules are being used. So when you access the form, you're already going to have some rules there because this was built prior to you coming to the college or someone prior to you that was handling the process. So what you're doing on Sfacplt is you're building term rules for required attendance. So this has nothing to do with the student division or whether you're requiring the student to attend or not, but what it does have to do is with financial aid reporting. So financial aid has to report to NSLDS, and they want to know when a student started a program, and then they also want to make sure that student attended all required terms, that they didn't have a break in service. So if you all have a student that's in a program called Process Technology, and that student is only required to attend fall and summer to be considered in alignment with attendance, and fall and spring, and summer is optional. Well, then when you build rules for that program, then you would only have rules that have the fall and spring terms. You wouldn't add the summer because the summer isn't a required semester to attend. However, if your college has a program that does require the students to attend all 3 terms, fall, spring, and summer, then you would include all 3 terms in your rules. So I know it's hard for people to understand what's going on with this because it's not really something you're reporting on or that you even have a real concern about as far as your day-to-day running of a registrar office or institutional research. But when reporting to NSLDS, they need to know, did that student have a break in service from a particular program? So the next thing I want to talk about is when do you add terms to the rules? And I'm going to show you how to add terms, but that'll be the last thing I do. But you need to make sure that you only put past terms. That means if you're currently running your NSC, National Student Clearinghouse Enrollment Verification Report from Banner to submit to NSC, and you're doing it for 2019-10, 2019-10 should not be attached to your rules because you're reporting on that current term. You're only entering terms that have already ended, so they're terms in the past. At the end of the term, after you run the last clearinghouse report, for that term, you need to add that term to your rules. So an example is you just finished running and submitting all your NSC files for 2019-10. So prior to running your 2019-20 NSC file for 2019, the files 2019-10 must be added to the rules. And that's why this is in this workbook, because every time you finish out a term, you have to add that term to the rules if applicable. I put it in caps because I want you to remember it only needs to be done at the end of the term after the last report for that term or beginning of next term prior to running the first report. So you can put that term rule whenever you're ready, but it has to be done prior to you running your first report for the next semester. And if you don't, then you'll have some problems with your report. Your data will not be good. So now let me show you how you modify your rules. So when you go into XE, you're going to just type in the form you want to go to, and then hit enter. And it automatically opens up to your rule. Now you'll see that this college has 2 rules. So they have their number one rule is for all undergraduate students. They're saying every student that is in a program that is undergraduate, these are the terms they are required to attend. So you'll see they have 2013-10, 2013-20, 2014-10, 2014-20, 2015-10, 2015-20, 2016-10, 2016-20. So you will see that they've included all of their fall and spring terms. They don't put summer because summer is not required for their programs in which are undergrad. Now, if you look back up in this section, you will see there is one program that is an undergrad that those students are required to attend in the summer, and that's the practical nursing program. So they had to build a second rule that said UG, TD, PNUR, and for that rule, you'll see down here at the terms, they have 2013-10, 2013-20, 2013-30. So you'll see they have fall, spring, summer, because that particular program, those students are required to attend fall, spring, summer. So that's how you have to decide how your rules have to be updated. Now, I'm using conversion, so I'm in a testing system to do this. So you'll see the last term they entered was 2018-20. So I'm about to start running my 2018-30 report. So that means I need to insert 2018-20. So I simply just go into the section called Required Terms Code. I select the insert, and then I type in 2018-20 and tab, and then I save. And now my rule has been updated. Now that was the rule for number 1. Rule 1, I have to now go to rule number 2. And highlight that row. And then once I have that row highlighted, I perform a next section. And now I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do insert record. And then I'm going to put 2018-20. And then I save. So adding the term is very, very easy. It's just making sure that you have the right rule highlighted up here when you're adding the term in this section. And make sure that you know which terms need to be added and which ones should not be added.